After nearly 4 decades of teaching piano, I finally retired last week. I've been reflecting on my career, and being a storyteller has helped me realize what a significant role LMTA has played in my life. There are many things in my LMTA history I'm very proud of. Serving in board positions, including president-elect and president, acting as webmaster for a long time, helping plan some great conventions, and serving on several nominating committees, including the nominating committee that presented the slate of our current officers. I think they're doing some great work, some really innovative and exciting things, among them the beautiful new score and this Storytellers series. My LMTA journey began many years ago. It was the middle of a very foggy, very dark night, and I was driving to Shreveport. No GPS, of course. I had 2 very young daughters asleep in the back seat of my car. I was trying very hard to keep within sight of the tail lights ahead of me, and I was trying even harder to not end up in a ditch. We were headed to my very first LMTA convention, where the girls were going to perform my youngest daughter's composition, winner of the LMTA Junior Composers Contest. Little did I know that this would be the first of many treks to LMTA conventions and later conferences, and the beginning of an incredible life journey. I had been a Yamaha instructor for years, but teaching private lessons was a whole new ballgame. Joining Baton Rouge Piano Teachers Association was a real lifeline for me. The Baton Rouge teachers were welcoming and so generous in sharing their knowledge about setting up a private studio. I attended all the meetings, and with the guidance of experienced members, I entered students in all the events, and I played in our group's monster concerts. As I look back on my decades as a member of LMTA, I can't help but echo what Sue Steck-Turner said in her inaugural LMTA Storyteller article. I've gained so much knowledge and experience during these years, but the friendships I've enjoyed and continue to enjoy are at the very, very top of my list of what LMTA has gifted me. After the Shreveport convention, I soon became a regular, a convention junkie. I'd look forward each year to traveling with Baton Rouge friends and visiting with colleagues from around the state. Baton Rouge MTA, at that time BRPTA, or Baton Rouge Piano Teachers Association, had a large and active membership, and many of our members attended the state conventions. We enjoyed sessions and meetings together, and we looked forward to our after-hours gatherings, which often took place around the motel swimming pool, especially when the conventions were in June. We always planned a lunch or dinner for our Baton Rouge group, and it was always fun. Soon I also began attending MTNA national conferences and meeting colleagues from around the country. Seeing and meeting nationally known clinicians was really great. It was amazing, it was exciting, and I was always sure to bring home autographed music for every one of my students. I would tell them, yes, I really do know Dennis Alexander and Martha Meir and Melody Bober, and yes, I have actually been to Dennis Alexander's home in Albuquerque. I'd watch my students' eyes light up. They'd get so excited to receive a piece or a book autographed by the composer, especially for them. Needless to say, they couldn't wait to go home and practice their special music, and that was often their favorite music of the year. I had enjoyed serving as LMTA's composition chair, secretary, and music link liaison. So when I was asked to serve as president-elect, I said yes right away, no hesitation. I've never regretted that decision. Working with then LMTA President Sue Steck-Turner was an incredible learning experience. I'm so grateful for Sue's friendship and mentorship, and I fondly remember our many late-night conversations on the phone. As president-elect, I was responsible for convention planning, a challenging but very rewarding job. Conventions grew to include more sessions, and soon we were having publisher workshops as well as a convention artist and a clinician. Previously, we had alternated years, clinician one year and artist the next. With the generosity of Alfred and later other publishers, Dennis Alexander, Martha Meir, Melody Bober, Wynann Rossi, Robert Vandal, and many others presented workshops and sessions at our conventions. I also attended MTNA leadership summits as LMTA president-elect and then president. The summits were very informative and very inspiring. There were a lot of breakout sessions, and small group sessions with other state leaders provided ideas for the strengthening and growth of our own state association. One such idea was a summer board retreat. So for several years, we held a retreat at the Wesley Center in Woodworth, Louisiana, and that served as our summer board meeting, and we completed convention planning and various other activities. Officers would arrive Friday afternoon to discuss the state convention, finalize plans, and make other plans for the year, and then we'd spend the night. Our after-dinner entertainment was usually coming up with entertainment for the upcoming banquet. I hope some of you may remember our stellar rendition of LMTA, sung to the tune of YMCA and complete with motions, of course. Another hit was We Are Family, complete with feather boas and Mardi Gras beads. The full board, chairman and local association presidents, arrived Saturday in time for lunch and an extended board meeting. Local officers and chairs shared reports and ideas, and I think it was a great learning experience for everyone involved. When I received the beautiful printed edition of the first new score, it brought back memories of the olden days when all of our communications were printed, though certainly less glamorously. Our first electronic version of the score was published in 2008 with the help of MTNA's Association in a Box. MTNA created the Association in a Box program, offering free web presence for local and state associations. This enabled us to create a new website to publish and manage our own content online. Many, many, many hours went into the building of that website, and it was only a stepping stone to our current beautiful website. But I learned more about technology than I could ever have imagined. Nor, definitely, could I have ever imagined serving as a webmaster. That was way beyond my comfort zone. Other memories of the olden days include using walkie-talkies at conventions and state rallies to communicate between buildings and different floors. And that was a huge improvement over our former method of just running up and down stairs to try and find one another. What a difference cell phones have made. In those olden days, rally forms were handwritten, scores were entered by hand. The rally database truly would have seemed like science fiction. As my LMTA journey has progressed from that very first, very scary, very white-knuckle, middle-of-the-night drive to Shreveport, to today's Zoom meetings and online publications, I've taken on many passengers and lots of luggage. My fellow travelers have become lifelong friends, and my suitcases are now full of cherished memories. I encourage all of you to take advantage of everything our national, state, and local associations have to offer. Step up to chair an event, serve in a leadership position, mentor a new member. Above all, attend conferences. And I especially encourage you to become active in your local association. I truly hope every one of you will have as wonderful a journey as mine. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you all at the LMTA conference in September.